Hey there, I am Brandon Marshall, the spiritual smartass. I like the background here. I'm Brandon Marshall, the spiritual smartass. What I do is I help purpose-driven entrepreneurs and artists and leaders put their full creativity into their marketing and unleash their message unfiltered. And also, according to this video I'm teaching a lot about is getting over the traditional branding and positioning methods and fully being you and fully being intimate with your community and your clients without the unnecessary complicated bullshit. What's up, Brittany Taylor? Wave! I am going to post my link below because I like doing it in the beginning. Maybe some other coaches that you've seen like to do it at the end. I like doing it in the beginning to get it out of the way so I'm not worried about it or worried about getting it in there, and I can have it pinned and all that good stuff. What I'm offering right now is my 8-week 101 course of Quantum Leap. So if you want to make huge shifts in your life and your business and you want that safe container to work with me one-on-one, now is always the perfect time, really. But here's the link right here. It's called Fuck Yourself into Alignment. 8 unlimited weeks of coaching. And by the way, we're at the beginning of this video. I'm just kind of explaining what that is. So stay here. We're still doing a video here, but it's 8 weeks of unlimited coaching on the website. I say we do 2 calls a month, but really, when you're a VIP client of mine, I don't really hold anything back. I mean, we jump on the calls as much as we can. You get unlimited chat support, like I got you, fam, and I got you all the digital products I have that I've created over the year, and it's fucking amazing. Anna is here. What's up? What's up, Vaughn? So today, I want to talk a lot about the lessons I learned over my years of investing in myself, things that you get to avoid if you choose to, that I'd highly recommend that you avoid them. If not, you have the freedom to do whatever the hell you want, but you know, whatever. Whatever, do it. I'm just here sharing my experiences. You can decide to follow them or not. I'm losing my voice. What's up, James? Bless up. So, what do I mean? For those of you, if you don't know, then now you're going to know. What do I mean when I say beyond branding? I am Brandon, the Beyond Brander. So basically, I mean, I guess you can say what I do is positioning. Maybe you can say what I do is branding to an extent. A lot of people tell me that I'm a brilliant writer. I'm not trying to humble brag here. I'm actually trying to be egotistical with my bragging right now. But a lot of people say I'm a great copywriter and I don't even try to copywrite. A lot of people say that I'm great at branding and I don't try to brand myself. A lot of people say I'm great at positioning. I don't try to position myself. A lot of ideal clients tell me and I'm not even saying this just to say this, like people actually say this. This is not like the thing that I said in my last post about coaches don't say this anymore. A lot of ideal clients tell me like, dude, you're in my head, and I don't write 50 pages of my ideal client or my avatar. I don't do any of that. I used to do some of that, and honestly, a lot of that shit confused the hell out of me. So if you notice that stuff confuses the hell out of you, if you notice yourself being stagnant about the rules of internet marketing and coaching, perhaps this is a thing that you need to listen to. And I don't have every single answer, but I know that I'm here for the artists and leaders, the people who love to create content, the people who, you know, are the black sheep. Not only the black sheep growing up, but feeling maybe you're the black sheep of the industry. And you read all these other things of what entrepreneurs and coaches are telling you what to do, and you're like, what the hell? This doesn't make sense. What's up, Emily? #fan. I hope you're all fans. If any of you hate me, that's messed up. Well, I love my haters too. You can come and watch me. It's cool. But anyway, so I want to tell a bit of my story about, you know, my journey of investing in myself and the lessons I learned there. I made some great investments. I made some perceived horrible investments, and things that I wonder, like, why did I spend money on that? But it all was part of my growth process. What's up, Lucy? Welcome. it was all part of my growth process. I'll give you a wave. Wave! It was all part of my growth process, and if I went back in time, I probably wouldn't have changed it. But to that, I would say my first coach was back in 2009, but that was like a real estate investing coach, and I wouldn't say that was like the official beginning of my coaching journey. So we're gonna start, I started coaching in like 2013, but my big sprint on investing in myself, and I've been consistently investing in myself on different levels since I started coaching, but my first sprint, like my actual like big time investing in myself, started around 2014. And let's see, some mistakes I've made. So one thing that really comes up to mind is I released a book. I first started out as a dating coach, and I released a book, in a way of not it being my art. I released it as a lead magnet, and right now I'm like, I mean, there was a lot of value in it, but it was like, let's see, I can increase the font in there, you know, I can make the book look thick, it was based off trying to sell people, basically trying to bring in new clients. And now I look back at that strategy and felt off. But somebody told me to, if I release a book, I'm an authority. And it's still a belief that people have these days. And hey, I encourage people to write books. But to me now, if I write a book, I want it to be more of my art. I don't want it to be processed in an internet marketing system. I don't care if it's a lead magnet or not. I want people to read it and be like, fuck yes, this is valuable. But the mistake I felt I made is, you know, the cover of the book, it was kind of like, it was copied in order to be, you know, copied in a way to look popular. You know, I was all about looking like an expert. Someone approached me at the time and saw I was releasing a book, and he said, hey, I can get you on these publications and all this stuff, and have the as seen on CNN and all that shit that you see some people do. And he's like, usually I do this for $2,500, but today I'll do it for $1,500. I immediately said yes. You know, I'm into sales, and they say the people who are into sales are the easiest to sell to and stuff like that. But I said yes, and I did like a humble brag, and I'm like, here's my book, and it's bestseller. But deep down, I knew it didn't feel authentic. But I was positioning myself, but deep down, it didn't feel authentic. Deep down, it didn't feel like it was in alignment. So now I have this lead magnet book thing, and people think that I'm an expert or whatever. But I didn't feel like an expert. I didn't feel like I was truly being myself. And before a year passed, like mid-2015, that's when I really made the shift into being a spiritual smartass and doing what I wanted. And it was a big thing. I had to decide that I'm done being some niche bitch. Like, I'm done trying to fit myself in what coaches thought I was supposed to be. And it was time for me to speak truly from the heart and truly who I am. So what I noticed in that transition, and it wasn't like an immediate transition, but it was a journey as I transitioned more and saying what I truly wanted to say on my heart, when I stopped trying to find the perfect avatar. And by the way, I over the year of 2015 and maybe then to 2016, I invested like $75,000 in myself. I quit my job in the beginning of 2015. So I did all that at the same time, and part of it was sort of insane, but I think it was good to take that leap for myself. I mean, I wouldn't change it because I learned a lot in that process. I made a lot of dumb decisions. I made a lot of smart decisions. I maxed out credit cards. I went through my savings account. I went through my IRA, all that stuff. And I created a mess. I did create a mess, but it taught me a lot. Like the things I used to fear about money, I got to overcome those fears. You know, the sources of safety I looked outside of myself, I learned to go within and find that safety, and it helped mold me as a person. And perhaps there was definitely some better decisions I could have made, but who knows, would I be the same person I am today without that? that probably was a process I needed to go through. I had to learn those lessons. But hopefully I can say some things in this video to have you skip the thing, like to have you feel like, make the right investments for yourself, and also not get manipulated into a situation where you feel like you need some process outside of yourself in order to liberate yourself, and skip some of the bullshit. Because when you can do that, then you can thrive faster. I want to share my lessons to help you learn lessons in it as well. So a big thing for me is, like, I let go of the niche bitch stage. I let go of the positioning myself stage. I let go of the branding state. Like, I gotta brand myself. And instead of that, I just decided to fully embody who I am. And I would say the most useful investments I made was the deep inner work. Like, whether it was coaching online or whether it was going to a retreat where I learned more about myself, and I went deeper into the fears I had of selling, the deeper fears I had of marketing, the fears I had of showing up as who I am. And I felt like those were the most valuable things. And when you learn to show up fully as who you are, then you don't have to do all the outside branding that takes a lot of energy to maintain. And this is something that you gotta try on for yourself. My word isn't the absolute word. Some of it maybe this whole entire video, you're like, hell yes, I agree. Maybe some of this video, you're like, hell yes, I agree. Go within and see what feels good to you. Because your feelings don't lie. Your body doesn't lie. When you can take yourself outside of your head and tune into your body and feels what's truly in alignment for you, the decisions you make in your business, the strategies you decide to apply, the investments you decide to make, when you fully go into your body and check in with your heart instead of going in that head-based decision making, that's when you can thrive. So, in my humble opinion, I feel that the obsession of branding yourself and the obsession of positioning yourself as an expert is very energy draining, because it's something outside of you that you have to maintain. And if the person that you are online is different than the person you are when you're with yourself, and the thoughts that you have when you're with yourself, it's going to take a lot more energy to maintain that image. So why don't we just stop playing the bullshit games and just show up online as you are, and show every aspect of it, and ignore the bullshit teachings where it says, hey, you can only be result based in your messaging. Yes, it's awesome to share a result that you can show for your clients, and it's good to be narrowed and narrowed down and know the energy and the results that your clients crave. That's awesome. But that doesn't mean not to show the other side of you. That doesn't mean to only show 2% of you online. You're not 2% milk. Show all of you, because people buy from people they know, like, and trust. And share the thoughts that you even feel that may be outside of your niche. Because those are the things, like, you may notice that one morning you wake up and you have this inspired idea to release to the internet, and it might scare you. Yeah, niche yourself, brilliant. And I'll read the rest of the comments as I go on the replay, but that pointed out to me. But the things that may be irrelevant to a certain result that you give to your client, it may be a story, it may be a random thought, but it's something that is in harmony with your audience. And those are the things that make the difference between a leader that attracts a big audience and a niche bitch. Like somebody who is, do you want to be a leader? Do you want to be a leader that's like a fucking entertainer and an artist? Or do you want to fit in the box and be bored as shit? Like, be bored as hell with the stuff that you do? And what if you woke up every morning and asked yourself, what do I truly want to express to the world? And you stop limiting yourself in the confinement of what you think your niche is supposed to be. and you just allow yourself to share every aspect of yourself. Because that's the thing that helps you become more intimate with your ideal clients, is when you share all the aspects about yourself and you share to them that you're not just the expert, you're a human being just like them. Because we're in a new time now where I feel like a lot of people try to teach this old paradigm of being that expert on stage that has all their shit together. You can play the role as the expert on stage and pretending that you have all your shit together, and you can do a perfect performance, a perfect whiteboard presentation, and logically your entire audience may be like, that would make sense for me to buy. But then there's this little thing that holds them back from making that final decision of buying from you. And that's because you're showing them the professionalism, but you're not connecting with them intimately. So they might logically feel like, yeah, this makes sense, but I don't know, something feels off. When you decide to let go of that perfection and you decide to be more disarming, and not disarming as in a place of manipulation or a place of trying to get something out of somebody, but disarming in a way of like, hey, I'm going to let go and just be me on the internet, then you reach this new level of intimacy where ideal clients will come to your Facebook page and purchase right away, even if they never heard of you, because they came on a live stream and you connected with them so deeply, and you let go of that heaviness of trying to be someone that you're not, or trying to position yourself, or trying to be this most polished version of yourself, and you let go and you allow to be that more of that messy version of yourself that makes the mistakes and has the imperfections and has the things that really connects with them deeply, and now they automatically connect, and you ripped away that barrier that was filtering that connection that you can have with them. And this is a process. The more and more that you can tap into that place, the more and more potent your message becomes, and the more effective it can be. And you know, if you can make a quick, like, amazing shift tomorrow just by watching this. But imagine what embodying this and taking this lesson in can do for you in 6 months and then a year. And like, the more and more your message becomes potent. And I wholeheartedly feel that it's more of a journey. It's more of a journey of unlearning than it is learning a bunch of tools and techniques. Like, yes, there's a place of learning new information, but what can you unlearn to be the core of who you are? What can you unlearn so your essence is fully meeting the essence of your community and audience? Mind blown. What can you do so you're attracting raving fans? Like Steve Martin says, be so good that they can't ignore you. What if you let go of all of the stress and all of the overwhelm of trying to hold on to all these different personas and images outside of you, and you just tuned in here and you decide to unleash that without the worries and fears of what family will think, or what certain people in your audience will think, or, you know, if a message is going to get you into trouble, you know, whatever it is. What if you let go of that? What if you let go of the imposter syndrome of worrying about being a fraud, and you're so comfortable in your own skin that you don't even have to worry about that shit anymore? And what if you actually embrace the fuck ups that could happen on a live stream instead of having a perfect whiteboard behind you? I've been like really dissing whiteboards lately. I don't know what it is. We should go to blackboards and have chalkboards. That's what I think. But no more whiteboards. We're going to blackboards. But anyway, what if you let go? Like, what if you were just able to press play on a live stream, and maybe you have an idea of what you're talking about, but you just allowed yourself to channel through the message that you wanted to share? How much more potent would that be, and how much more impactful would that be for your audience? Like right now, I didn't know my topic was going to go into this, but I allow myself to let go of perfection, and I allow myself for things to mess up. So what if something mess up? So like, what if, you know, someone came up to me right now and scolded me right now saying, why are you on your phone, cussing on your phone in public? That's just wrong. That would make this live stream even better. Like 6 months ago, I was in the Panera Bread. I was in the Panera Bread doing a live stream, and an old man came up to me and he's like, could you tone it down? And it made the live stream even better. And I could have feared something like that happening, but really, most of the time when something messes up, or your hair is messy, or somebody comes and corrects you, or something random happens. I remember me and my girlfriend were doing a live stream. It was like on our 3rd date, and some drunk woman just came up and was talking about some random shit and made the live stream so much better. So embrace those things, embrace the ability to improv. And yeah, it's not going to be perfect the first time around, but you not being perfect is what makes you disarming, and what opens up that portal. You know, it opens up that connection for people to reach out to you, and for people to connect from you, and people to buy from you. Like, those are the things that sell, is when you do mess up, or when you own that you're human. It's freaking magical. And yeah, the drunk woman was amazing. She was great. So what if you couldn't mess up? What if you hoped you messed up? And actually, there's a book by Cal Cease called I Hope I Mess This Up, and he does all of his events, he does all of like his performances without all of it planned. And there's magic to that. Imagine how stressful it is to plan out 8 hours, like if you did like an 8-hour course. Imagine how stressful it is to plan every single step and trying to predict what every client is going to need when they sign up for your course. That's fucking stressful. I think I'm able to share this because Rebecca shared this on a live stream. But she reached out to me the other morning, and like she was like, I kind of want to just do my, and by the way, we both kind of help each other. We both help each other in different ways. So it's an amazing relationship. I'd say that she really helps me a lot with being like really intentional with my money and the behind the scenes business side of things, and I really help her with like the real intuitive stuff, or just giving permission to like, yeah, let it loose and do what feels good. But like one big thing for her was, and one big breakthrough that she had when we last hung out was like she just let go on her coaching calls, and she was like, I kind of just want to spot coach my clients. And she had this idea or this feeling like she had to do these structured trainings or whatever, or on some level. And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, do that. Spot coach your clients. She did it. She felt amazing. She did a powerful live stream afterwards, and she made like a couple sales in a retreat, and then like another thing. And I was there watching her do it, and I'm not even taking credit for that. Like, but just breaking that barrier. Like, I definitely felt like I held space for her, but it was all her. Like, it was all her, and all her epiphanies, and like she's the one who had that idea come up for her. So all the credit goes to her for that. But yeah, just the energy is freaking amazing. And when you let go, when you allow yourself to be in alignment, like you just allow yourself to take that easy route. Allow yourself to stop resisting being lazy, because you're not lazy, you're being natural. You're not being lazy, you're being natural. And the most easy way for you to market and sell your program is always, if it's hard, you're off course, unless it's sex. If it's hard, you're off course unless it's sex. The easy way, you want to ride with the current. You want to ride with the flow. You want to go with the flow where the flow is going. You don't want to go to the path of resistance. You want to go on the path of least resistance and the most simple path. And if intuitively tuning into your clients is the thing to do, then by all means do it. And I relate to the same exact thing. I have that same thing come up. Especially, and I think a big thing for us is, especially when somebody pays us, and then we think we had to go into the structured professional thing. like I may do this live stream where I'm totally flowing and giving value, then someone comes into a program and there's that part of my mind saying, oh my God, I need to structure this and make this professional now and make it perfect. No, they came to me so I can tune in with their energy and do the same exact thing that I'm doing on this live stream, but on a deeper level. And it's something that comes up for me, but it's something that I've gotten better at over the years, where I say, hey, I get to have fun in my programs too. And I get to have my programs feel light and fun as well. And the results matter, not how professional it looks. Like, yeah, clean it up and make it convenient for the clients and deliver for your clients and show up powerfully for them and be professional and show up on time. Sure, of course you want to be professional in that sense, but allow the chaotic, intuitive art come through and allow yourself to be intuitive and loop in with your clients, because that's where the magic happens. Do you think this applies to any business, Brandon, or are you speaking to coaches? I say it especially applies to coaches, but I would say it applies to most, if not every business, where you're if it's something that's purpose-driven. If it's a purpose-driven business, I feel that it applies on a major level. And I'm not saying that having some sense of organization and groundedness, there's definitely power in that, but there's a magic in when you step into your sales and marketing. That's a very loud truck. Like, you don't need your engine that loud. That's ridiculous. But when it comes into your sales and marketing, there's a power of having that sense of like intuitiveness to be able to loop in with people, because every business on some level, you're tuning in with other people. And the way the way you receive money is from other people. Like, it's always from another person. So for instance, I'll use an example of wholesale real estate. And that was more of a business that I wasn't really aligned to, or wasn't really coaching. There wasn't a lot of creativity as involved as in coaching. And I guess in many ways, some people run their coaching business when there's not a lot of creativity involved either. But in real estate, some of the best marketing that stood out would be something that shows your creative personality. Like, you still have competition there, and you can still stand out from your competition by having a little bit of your personality mixed in with that marketing. And another thing I noticed is when I let go and I was able to loop in with the homeowners I would meet with, that's when I would get the results that I wanted, where they felt comfortable in selling me their house. Because yeah, they were selling their house, but I was actually making the sale as to convincing them to sell me their house. So, being able to loop in with them and let go, instead of trying to go by a system and have this outline and treating like human beings are like this linear combination lock that I need to unlock them, and going by the script, it helped me so much more. So there was definitely a difference there. When I first started out, I would go to people's houses and I would be stuck in my head, and I would be trying this linear process of things I had to do. And then, they felt freaked out because they're like, why is he so nervous? Why is he trying so hard to uphold this image? Like, one of my mentors at the time told me to wear a suit, and it was like the worst thing ever because I felt like I was out of my zone. Like, I wasn't feeling comfortable in that suit. But then when I decided to go to houses where I was in more of a casual wear, and I was more laid back, I was more approachable, and I was open to having that conversation and looping in with them and being present with them, and I let go of a lot of the tactics and techniques and the NLP or whatever, and I was able to just be present and allow myself to be with them. Then I noticed a more comfortable energy with that, and most likely I would get the result that I wanted because they felt comfortable and their mind wasn't alarmed, and I was more approachable, and my personality was just a lot more disarming, and I wasn't so stuck on the result. Awkward suit wearing Brandon, yeah. And I still wear suits at weddings and funerals and stuff, so I'm not a total active wear man. Well, I hope that answer was helpful. On some level, if you own your own business, and especially if this is something that you're passionate about and you want your own voice and your own message within that, this is definitely an amazing strategy. And I would say what I'm mainly passionate about working with people is not just coaches, like coaches is a big part of it, but also people who put their purpose behind their business and their art and their creativity and want to mix in that performance and that creative spark into their business and stand out that way and add their own personality in their marketing, so they're no longer competing. They're just standing out as they are, and they created their own marketplace by being them instead of trying to compete with a join the dot marketing strategy. Wave, Nicole, what's up? Let's see, my business jumped now and I had to let go of the standard coaching techniques. Yes, I'm embracing my weirdness. Should have listened to my sister years ago. Yeah, embrace the weirdness. And the funny thing is, embracing your weirdness a lot of times is the path of least resistance, so we discount that. But that's what puts us, it does so many things. It attracts people in an amazing way, but it also puts you in a high vibrational state. So you're in that receptive mode and you're in that fun and playful mode. So not only is it like addictive marketing in a practical sense, but also your vibe is so fucking high that you're just like, you're feeling all the feelings that you would want to feel from the result that you're looking for, instead of desperately seeking that result. Ah, that felt good. I like that. I like that performance I just did. Let me get some water. But yeah, as I put in my pinned post, if you want to work with me on a deeper level, unlimited one-on-one coaching for 8 weeks. Like I said, basically we're going deeper into everything that I talked about in this video. You can private message me if you have any questions about it. I have 8 spots available currently, and on the website it says 2 coaching calls a month. I'm not too strict on that. I just want to give people an idea of what most people do. You know how most clients work with me. I do like 2 coaching calls a month, and then the rest is unlimited coaching through Facebook Messenger, private messenger support to have your questions answered immediately, accountability check-ins every week, and making shifts on a day-by-day basis so you don't get stuck in the drift, so you don't get stuck out of alignment. You can message me and get those quick shifts and those quick results, so you can shift back into receptive mode and quickly create the content that you want to push your business forward, and quickly apply those sales activities that's going to bring you more money into your business. But yeah, you know, I say 2 calls a month. Really, it's like if you needed to get on the phone with me, I'm not strict about that with my VIP clients. I'm not going to say, no, you've used all your calls. Like, I just kind of give that as a specific point to give people an idea. But you know, you're taken care of. When you work with me one-on-one, you're fucking taken care of. You have access to all my old digital products, and you'll probably get access to the new digital products I launch in the future, and you can be part of the group. So it's kind of like my VIP thing, where it covers everything. Like anything that I released months after that, when you're still covered in those 2 months, and it's less than that $5,000 investment, then you still get that as a bonus as well. So you're getting a lot. You just get a fuck ton of value that way. And that's in the pinned comment, so check that out. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions. Private message me if you have any questions on this particular topic. And really, I want to help all of my community in a deeper level. So I'm passionate about helping you in your success in your business and your life. Anyway, have an amazing Friday. Have an amazing weekend. Party on, party on. I think I'm trying to sing a Drake song. But yeah, have a good time. Winner.